Well, a very warm welcome to the Bridge Stadium here in Histon, just outside of Cambridge, for Cambridge City FC taking on Dynamo, Shepshed Dynamo in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. Going to run through the lineups as both sides are on the field doing the pre-game fist bumps of respect before going through the very final stages of their pre-match preparations. For the visitors, Shepshed Dynamo, they have in goal Brandon Ganley, Harley Kozluk, number 3, Jaya Medrano, number 4, Jordan Smith, number 5, Jake Betts, number 6, Niall Brendreville, number 7, John King, 8, James Steddon, Sam Moore wears 9, Zain Hakeem in 10, number 11, Sean Razvidzo. On the bench for Damien Beckford-Quayley's outfit, Jaden Fridger-Harper, Messiah McDonald, Toby Ritzema, and Jordan Connor. They are resplendent, all in yellow. Their keeper is all in orange, for those of you who like to know those kinds of things. For Cambridge City, Joe Welch is the man behind the sticks. Daniel Akubuin, Mikey Davis are the fullbacks. Ben Bradley wears 4. He's still in place of Scott Bridges. Yora Fosu and Bradley Gothard are the starting centre-backs for today. Ben Nolan, Isaac Maynard, Ed Rolfe, Simon Swinton and Jake Battersby. That is the full 11 for Robbie Nightingale. On the bench, Connor Barnes, number 13, Caleb Chandler, Ali Conway in 14, and Tommy Rigby wears 15 for Cambridge City today. So, team news. Miles is out from the midweek loss in the FA Trophy. 0-0 in normal time. They lost 3-0 on penalties. Akibirian moves from centre-back to full-back with the armband for City today is Yor Afosu. As well, Ali Conway drops to the bench and Ben Bradley moves into the lineup in his stead. Brendreville has come in for Ritzema. Betts has come in for Jordan Wakeling, who is not with Shepshed today, as Ritzema drops to the bench. Tell you what, this Shepshed Dynamo team, there are goals in them. They've been scoring for fun in the league and across competitions this year. 12 league goals to Cambridge City's 4. John King, he's got 3. Sam Moore and Zain Hakeem both have 4. And they scored a hatful last time out. They beat Yaxley 4-0. Moore with 2. Sneddon, John King, the goal scorers, in a very impressive victory over a team who are having a really difficult start to the season in Yaxley. We are underway, and it's Shepshed Dynamo immediately getting the ball into the area. Joe Welch alive to the danger. John King, the target, as was Zain Hakeem. And now City, their first attack of the afternoon. Maynard tries to switch over to the right. Just about kept in play by Battersby. And dinked over the top by Akubuin. Looking for Simon Swinton, taking it under control. He's got Rolfe in the area if you can find him. And that's been hooked clear. Headed into the air by Afosu. Taken down at the left-back position for the visitors. As they hook it forward. Akibuin had a handful of Zain Hakeem. So it was Afosu, should I say. That's been sent down the line to Rolfe, putting the pressure on. And he dinks it out of play. So throwing down in the right wing position for the visitors. For City, should I say. Cambridge City at home to Shepshed Dynamo. Ball into the area. Easily dealt with. And Afosu has to flick that onto Gothard. Sends it back to Welch. He happily takes a touch. Clears it out of his feet, the keeper. And sends it long downfield. Nice autumnal day here. Just outside of Cambridge in Histon. That's a real battle between Afosu and Sam Moore. Foul from Afosu. Pulling him back. As Gothard is down, holding his left hamstring. Hopefully nothing too major, but that is really concerning. What are we? Less than 2 minutes into the start of the game, and that is an immediate substitution. As the City bench bellowing down the line, and it must be Ali Conway is about to be subbed in. That looks like it is Gothard's day done already. He's getting treatment from Tia McCrindle. And she's looking over to the bench. That is definitely Gothard's day done. That is a horrible start for the young man. And for City, making one of his only starts of the season. And it will be a substitution. City will be able to take the substitution as well before the free kick is taken. So Conway on after just 2 minutes. And he is replacing Gothard. Early enforced change. That is absolutely not what anybody wants to see, especially with a young footballer like Gothard. As Conway just taping his, what he frankly passes for socks together. Very much the modern way of cutting off half your sock, as that's been played right through and out of play. And Joe Welch will take the Cambridge City goal kick. So we're going to see how City shape up. It looks like they've gone to the centre-back pairing of Akaburin and Yorafosu. And of course, Akaburin, that's where he played in that 0-0 draw against Hinckley. So Ben Norris might drop in at right back. As that's been headed away down the line. Very well picked up by Shepshed Dynamo. Took straight out of play. It was John King trying to play it down the line. Mikey Davis, score of that absolute scorcher. Week and a bit ago now. Sends it down the line. Flick on header by Rolf. He's in fine scoring form. Leading City scorer. He's got 4. And again, put straight back out. City with the throw in the left back position. Trying to look at Ali Conway. Ali Conway's gone straight into the forward line. So a bit of a rearrangement as he tries to flick that on. Sent forward by Bradley. Conway's the target. That's been hooked out of play by Smith for Shepshed. And it's going to be a Cambridge City throw on this near left side. Deep in the final third. So positive start from the hosts. He's waiting for the ball to be returned. And it's back in play. Mike Davis takes to Conway. That's been hooked away. Akaburin tried to chip it back down the line. Jake Battersby rather, not able to get there. And it will be goal kick for the visitors. Long ball forward. Headed laterally by Hakeem. Hooked clear by Norris for City. Simon Swinton really putting on a press as Norris wins it back in the right back position. Clipped forward again. Angling for Rolf, but that's just been launched over his head. That's a really nice bit of defending. Doesn't get it clear enough. It's back into the area. Oh, wonderful turn in the box. Strong defending. No, it's a penalty. Yorafosu adjudged to have got too much of the man. And none of the ball. As Zain Hakeem hits the deck. Or an Impey thought about it for a moment. Pointed to the spot. There's definitely contact with the shoulder from Fosu. From here, it looked like just robust defending. Obviously, the referee is seeing something else in it and has pointed to the spot. Joe Welch getting the instruction. Stood over the penalty is Sam Moore. So, after 7 minutes, could be the opener. Moore against Welch. Whistle blows as he fakes his run up. Goes again and sends keeper the wrong way. Puts it into the back of the net. And that's 1-0. Shepshed Dynamo lead Sam Moore from the penalty spot after 7 minutes. Wasn't the most convincing of strikes, but it didn't have to be. Joe Welch dove to his left, and it got tucked somewhere near the corner on the right-hand side. 1-0. Shepshed Dynamo, they are in the lead. City really under it. Their starting centre-back injured within 2 minutes, forced into a bit of a reshuffle as Akibuin has some defending to do now. Sends it back to Joe Welch. Welch applauds the ball back to him. Under some pressure from Moore, sends it long downfield. It's been headed back by Jake Betts. That's going to run through to Welch. He has to come out of his area. Slightly unconvincing low kick out, but does just enough. As that's been hooked around the corner by Ali Conway. Betts can't get there. It's going to bounce. Battersby, he's going to pick that up. Over on the far side, the right. Now he's trying to cut inside. Sent it into the area by Simon Swinton, but hooked away before it could get to Isaac Maynard. Akibuin heading it back into Shepshed half. Driving down the line, John King. Now he's looking to get inside. He's got a runner ahead of him. He's straight offside. So it goes back to Hakeem. Good out ball from Snedden to the left flank. That goes over everybody. And Ben Nolan sends it down the line.
Hello.
So it's 1-0 to Shepshed Dynamo. Early penalty from Sam Moore. So far the difference in this one. As that's been clipped around the corner by Rolf to Maynard. Maynard having to just get anything he can on it to send it forward to Conway. Wins a throw-in. After a clearing ball to the City left back, Mikey Davis. Akibuin sends it. Targeted for Rolf. He's headed into an open area of the pitch. Basby will get there. Drops it back to Ben Nolan. Bradley. Under no real pressure there. Nolan had to retreat back to right back. Will be sent back to right back as that's a great ball in front. Maynard! That is a wonderful header. We're all tied up. Simon Swinton meets it. Puts it into the top left corner. And we're tied at 1. Cambridge City 1. Shepshed Dynamo 1. Simon Swinton gets us equal after just 10 minutes of play. No, he said there were goals in this Shepshed Dynamo team. Goals in this Cambridge City team. That is Swinton's second goal of the season. And a beautiful bit of play from Isaac Maynard. Great cross into the area. Eluded Rolf. Simon Swinton was the man on the spot. Maynard making a return in recent weeks after a short spell away from the club at Newmarket Town. That's good battling from Rusvidzo. Sends it forward to Moore. Moore tried to turn it around the corner. Foul. I think that was foul by Yorofosu. Physio not required on this occasion for the Shepshed player. So free kick to be taken by Snedden. Dynamo sending pretty much everybody forward already. Look to swing it into the area, aiming for the 6-yard box. It's allowed to bounce in the area. And a Shepshed player Sam Moore goes to ground, but that has been hooked clear. And it's one of those interminable moments where the ball is just on the deck. Nobody's doing anything with it. As it is, it's with the right back Harley Kozluk, who sends a long searching ball forward. Drop back. King in the right forward position. Clipped by Maynard, stays on his feet, does really well. This is good ball movement from the visitors. Prenderville. It's switched crossfield to the centre-back Betts. This is really good retention of the ball by Shepshed Dynamo. Play on is allowed. Through a foul by Bradley. That's into the hands of Joe Welch. The shot from Sean Razvidzo was allowed to travel a long way with the ball for unleashing a tame effort from just outside the area. Cambridge City 1, Shepshed Dynamo 1. You listen to Pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands Split Focus Sports, and we thank you for joining us as that's headed to Ali Conway. Not able to do much with it on that occasion. That's been hoofed clear. Welch comes a long way. Clears it out of play. It's a long way out of his area. Cleared it away. It's going to be a throw-in on this near side, the City right. Going to be taken by Kozluk. Looking for options. Finds one. That's a speculative effort from Zain Hakim. High, wide. Not particularly handsome. Out of play. And it's going to be a goal kick for Joe Welch. So, Dynamo fans behind the City goal, doing their part to inject some life into their team's effort. They've seen their side go one up from the penalty spot, Sam Moore, after Yorofosu was adjudged to have committed a foul in the area. As Nolan sends it down the line, looking for Rolf. Rolf will not get there in time. Ran out of play. Jake Betts ushering that out. The City fans treated to a beautiful header at the far post. Simon Swinton tying us up 1-1 after a great bit of play down the right flank from initially Nolan and then Maynard with a great ball in. And we're tied at 1. Brandon Ganley, Dynamo keeper. The only thing he's done so far is take maybe a couple of goal kicks and to retrieve the ball out of his own net. Otherwise, had a real quiet one as that trickles through to him. Ed Rolfe trying to be aggressive on the forward line for City. As that's a long ball forward. Dynamo dealt well with by Akabuin. Isaac Maynard takes it down on his abdomen. It's been turned over that pass, aiming for Battersby. Razvidzo tries to open things up for Medrano. Medrano is going to get the ball in. Flick on header. Oh my goodness. Fantastic header, Sam Moore. Stooping to meet it. Just trickles over. Goal kick to City. That is a bit of a let-off. Good ball in from Medrano. And a good header from Sam Moore. Ed Rolfe having to really battle. A lot of shirt pulling there between Smith and Ed Rolfe. We've heard from referee Lauren Impey on that ball as Conway stays on side. So whipped ball into the area. able to be cleared by Smith. Coming together, and Ben Bradley hooks that away. Now he receives it back. Thought he had time to travel, try to open up things for Battersby. And it will be a City throw on the far side, the right, to be taken by Ben Nolan. Here again, after that early injury to Gothard, he's dropped into the right back position. Akibuin has moved over to the left centre back role, and Ali Conway has come on as a left winger. It's another throw for City. 10 yards up from the byline. Nolan. This to Bradley. Left foot, low cross into the area. Conway may have just got a flick on. That was hooked clear by a Dynamo defender, but that's been turned over. Nolan doing really well in his more defensive role. Akabuin sends it back to Welch. Yorofosu. Long ball forward. Doesn't reach any, put in a white jersey, but again, Nolan, again, really on the front foot. It's been sent down the line, stays in play, and offside is the call against Sam Moore. So City have the free kick. So both sides playing a fairly similar shape. The back four holding midfielder, two midfielders central ahead of them, and then a front three with Ed Rolfe for City being the central focus, and he's gone in for that header there. Ben Bradley sprays the ball out to Battersby, who's on the right wing. Drops it back to Nolan. Under a little bit of pressure. Looking for a bit of link up with Battersby. Didn't quite get the pass he was looking for, but Battersby drives into the centre. Maynard, it opens up for him. Isaac Maynard just gets it caught up in amongst his feet. Oh, but that's a terrible clearance by Dynamo. Get it away on the second attempt. Bounces over Hakeem's head, and it's again with Ben Nolan. Sends it down for Ed Rolfe. Has one option in the box. Maynard is joining. Tries to find Battersby, and it's going to be a goal kick for Brandon Ganley. Really patient build from City. Really patient play from Cambridge City. I tell you, like I said, this Shepshed Dynamo team, they have goals in them and they're looking quite dangerous. Especially on any sort of counter, any opportunity to try and get numbers in the midfield. Long goal kick out from Ganley. With one flick on header. Moore sent over to King. King's going to be ushered towards this near touchline, but they are deep in Cambridge territory now. King fakes the cross in, plays a pass, and that's going to just be kept in play. Good. By James Snedden, goes back to the keeper for safety for Dynamo. Conway wins that header. It's been knocked on by Bradley. Ed Rolfe now gets away from his man. Sends it to Battersby on the right. 3 in the box to aim for. 4. That's a good ball in from Battersby. A bit too deep. Collected well by Brandon Ganley. Had Ali Conway charging for the ball. Had to stop it. Made any kind of mistake. 20 minutes gone. City 1. Shepshed Dynamo 1. Pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. Here from Bridge Road in Cambridge. Very nice sunny afternoon. By no means cold, by no means hot. As Akibuin with a fantastic challenge. Got to say, Zain Hakeem absolutely tried to buy everything there. Nothing given, and it's back with the Shepshed Dynamo keeper. Has to get it clear as he was under pressure. Akibuin wins that header, but it comes out to The winger King chips it over the top to Sam Moore, who is offside. And a lovely finish over the top of Welch, in off the post, but it won't count. Flag was up a long time before. So opportunity for Joe Welch to send another one of his booming goal kicks forward for City. Again, targeting Ed Rolfe. He lost out on that one to Smith. And it's sent straight out into touch. Mikey Davis to take. Sends it down the line. Conway looks to flick it on. Simon Swinton, the goal scoring hero of the day so far, finds Rolfe. Rolfe goes for it with the right foot. Doesn't quite get on top of it like he would have liked to. That's out of play for a goal kick. Remains City 1. Shepshed Dynamo 1. We're about halfway through the opening 45 minutes. Very long goal kick. That's been won by City again. Ali Conway has it now on the left side. Ali Conway has had a chunk taken out of him there. A real hack from Jai Medrano. We'll see if he goes into the book, because Ali Conway was definitely long gone. And he's protesting that he had his shirt pulled. That was after Ali Conway was absolutely clattered. Has to be a yellow card, one would suspect. That's got animation from the Dynamo bench. As Medrano goes into the first yellow of the day, and he can have no serious complaints. Ali Conway, who he doesn't shirk a tackle. Let's not play games, but he was gone. He was away on the left, were it not for that illegal intervention from Medrano. And now Michael Davis has a free kick on the near side, the left, for City. Very dangerous area of the pitch. Whips it into the back post. Oh, Yorafosu. Bit too strong on that one. Met it in the centre of the goal. Sent it well over. We've got a couple of other scores around the Northern Premier League Midlands. Corby Town 3 up away at Bedworth United after just 23 minutes. Boldmere St Michael's, they lead 1-0 against Dereham Town. Gressley Rovers 1 up against Sutton Coldfield Town. Harborough Town 1 up against Hinckley. And Loughborough Dynamo, they trail 1-0 to Coleshill Town. Spalding Hills Owen, that side 0-0 as Ed Rolfe has it in the left forward position for City. That's been nicked off his toes, put out for a City throw. Mikey Davis to take. Sporting Kelso have just taken the lead away at St Neots Town. And Stamford and Daventry, they are tied 0-0 in the other game of the day. We'll have a bit more of a look in around the league as we go through today's fixture. It's been switched over to the right-hand side with Nolan City. That's been deflected, but only as far as Ben Bradley. That's a great intervention from Prenderville. Nolan. So a foul has been given against Cambridge City, I think for a handball. Very much looked like it was a Shepshed Dynamo player who had handled. However, occasionally a referee will see something weird and they'll make a decision that they think is correct. So it's taken by Ganley, the free kick. Aiming for the left wing with Residzo. Looking to target Ben Nolan, I think. And I mean, it does make a degree of sense. He is an auxiliary, a makeshift right back, but I mean, he has been more than holding his own. As that's Residzo. Just as I say that, Residzo was about to break through in the area. And Nolan with a fine intervention As that's a fantastic challenge and been able to clear for Cambridge City. It was Kozluk again, just about to break into the area. I think it was Ali Conway showing his defensive chops. As that throw-in's been taken to Ganley inside the area for Shepshed. Now he gets it out to Jake Betts. Long ball. Joe Welch will gather. Target was the goal scorer more. That's a long ball forward for Ed Rolfe. Chested down. Rolfe looking to drive into the area. Gets to the edge of the area. Ali Conway takes over now on the left. 1-on-1 with his man. Good ball in. Nobody can get there. Battersby keeps it alive. She takes the shot from a very difficult angle. Isaac Maynard. Battersby. Still Battersby in the area. Punched clear by Ganley. Mikey Davis, though, for City. They sustain their attack. Aimed for Ed Rolfe. He would have been onside. Doesn't go for the ball. That's been taken down by John King. Hooked clear up the field. Ofosu sends it right back into the danger zone. Rolfe, flick on header. Betts had a looker over his shoulder before he dealt with it. It's been picked up in the midfield for City by Bradley. Mikey Davis. Aims at Rolfe. Down for Swinton, who is shielded by Jordan Smith. And Ganley happy to dive on the ball, kill a little bit of time. Try and kill some of that Cambridge momentum as it is. Cambridge City 1. Shepshed Dynamo 1. As Maynard loses out in that battle between him and Pendreville. It's been smashed downfield by Ofosu, straight out of play for a throw-in on the far side in the left-back position for the visitors. Throwing down the line, headed away by Nolan. Out of play, it'll be City ball just inside the half. Nolan sends it down the line. Had absolutely no rotation on it, the ball. There'll be another City throw. This is much more like it, City today. Just about half an hour gone in this first half. Still tied 1-1 as Ed Rolfe goes to ground. Nothing in it. The defender really pulled the chair on him, if anything. As Mikey Davis with a very, very useful intervention. If he doesn't get his head to that flat ball from Ganley, then Zain Hakim would have surely been through on goal. As it is, Davis clears only as far as Snedden. Nolan. A little bit of clearing and return. Nolan with a fantastic challenge. But Snedden is able to win it and send a brilliant out ball. Crossed, blocked, out of play. And that's going to be Shepshed Dynamo corner kick. I think it's the first corner for either side in the game today. "15 minutes left of this first half. Cambridge City 1, Shepshed Dynamo 1. Dynamo with a corner on the far side, the left. Sam Moore is showing short for it. Headed into the box, put right onto the keeper's toes. Very good header, but just shy of the post. And we remain scoreless. City goal kick. Joe Welch to take. Lost his footing ever so slightly on that take. Aiming for Ali Conway, and had another case of the defender having his hands full of Ali Conway. And again, Ali Conway's got that in his locker. he looks like he can be an absolute handful to play against. But once again, he had his fullback turned. He was gone were it not for a drag back, this time from Harley Kuzluk, who I think will have done well to have stayed out of Lauren Impney's book. And he does. No card on this occasion. So, Mikey Davis. Sake, left-footed, plays it low. That's been headed away. Madrano, I think that was. Davis has it again on the left. Again, same area, same result. Clearance from Dynamo, Isaac Maynard. Tries to chip it forward, aiming for Ali Conway. That was headed very away by Kozluk. Davis tries to find Maynard. Clean intervention, even though Maynard was sent flying. And then Simon Swinton, adjudged to have fouled John King. Be a free kick for the visitors, just outside the centre circle in their own half. 33 minutes gone. Cambridge City 1, Shepshed Dynamo 1. That's been dropped back to Jordan Smith. Sends a searching ball. That's played out of play by Battersby. It's going to be a throw for the visitors. Just a couple of yards up from the byline. On the far side, the Shepshed left. Going straight into the box. Flat, right into the hands of Joe Welch. And foul has been given. I guess foul throw. It's not super clear. Players on both sides looking a little confused, but I think foul throw is the call. So what could have been a very useful Cambridge counter now becomes a potentially tricky moment as they have a thrown in their right back position. Sent loopily down the line by Nolan, but Ben Bradley able to win that. Ali Conway chested down for Davis. Davis now driving. He's got company. Keeps it in play. Davis on the left. Sends it to Maynard. Maynard is onside. Maynard right-footed cross. Jordan Smith with a fantastic header to save the day on that occasion. Battersby has Nolan with him. Sends a ball in from absolutely nowhere, and that's out of play. City corner, headed away by Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith is growing into this game with every passing City attack. He has been very, very important, very impressive so far for Shepshed. City have what I make their first corner of the contest on this near side. Davis has come across to take. In fact, that's Bradley come to take. Put right to the back post. Punched clear, but it's still in the area by Ganley. Clipped into the area. Afosu. Again, can't get over the ball from point blank range. And he heads over. Remains Cambridge City 1, Shepshed Dynamo 1. Listening to the Northern Premier League Midlands, brought to you by Pitching In on the Split Focus Sports YouTube channel. And again, very much appreciate you being with us. 36 minutes gone in the first half. Of course, at halftime, I'll give you a bit of a rundown on the other scores around the division. It's been taken down by Maynard. Sent back to Welch. Ed Rolfe, the target. It's headed away by Smith. And now opportunity for Dynamo. On the left, it's Razvidzo. Still Razvidzo. Nolan stayed with him every step of the way. But it's King. Looking to shape, looks to shoot. And it's been gathered easily by Welch. Tame shot. And John King not shy of scoring this season. He's got 3 in the league, or in all competitions so far this year. So it's been sent long by Welch. Maynard will not keep it in. It's out of play for a Shepshed goal kick. Brandon Ganley to take. And Ganley still yet to be really meaningfully challenged. The goalie could do nothing about, and everything else has been wider over. Yet to really make a save as Afosu easily got the better of Hakeem on that occasion. And that's out of play. Tell you what, John King, what a first touch. Just taking the ball out of, ball that had a bit of snow on it. Killed it dead. Out of play. City working their way down the line. 38 gone in this first half. 1-1 the score. Davis with the throw on this near side, midway in the Shepshed half. Little link-up play. Sends it to Battersby on the edge of the area. Betts has his hands full of Battersby. Strong play. Conway had looked to make his run. Battersby wins it back on the left. Cuts it back to Davis. Davis tries to centre. Smith with the intervention once again. Swinton. And that's going to go for a second City corner. And it will be Davis heading over to take. So Davis to take. Afosu is up for it. And Afosu, oh, that's travelled through. That's hit somebody on the line. I think it was Jake Betts. No call from the referee, despite the protestation from the City fans. I'm not entirely sure if somebody did get a touch on that on the way through to reaching Betts. As it is, the return ball out of play. Ganley with the goal kick for Dynamo. Again, targeting Hakeem. That has been hit high over. Oh, what a save, Joe Welch. Sam Moore, the goal scorer. After a great ball from John King, was able to get into the area. Rifle the first time effort. Welch equal to it. But Dynamo, again, showing how dangerous they are, showing exactly why they've won the games they've won this year. And put away the goals that they have. Very heavy pass back to Betts, who sends it down the line. Offside. Flag is up. Called on John King. A bit of a let-off, that one, for City. After, again, it was a very impressive ball from John King. Perfectly weighted, hit just like a wedge shot. As that's been flicked on and rifled out of play by Smith. It's going to be a City throw on the far side. Nolan sending it down the line. It's been flicked on by Rolfe. Wasn't happy with the position of Simon Swinton. And that ball will stay in the venue. Another throw on the far side for City, just inside Dynamo half. Sent down the line. Again, Rolfe flicks on. A little too strong in that flick on header. And Nolan brings it down, fouled. Free kick for City. Halfway into the Dynamo half over on the right side of the pitch. Clipped into the area, goes to the back post. Fosu had his work cut out to get anywhere near that. Did fairly well to even get ahead on it. Nothing too hopeful. And Ganley with another goal kick as they're starting to prepare the tunnel as we near the end of this first half. 43 minutes gone now. We await how long there will be for stoppages. Of course, we've had 2 goals, a penalty, Gothard's injury as well, because he was first forced off after just 2 minutes. City trying to build on this right-hand side. And a foul being called on Dynamo. Once again, player protestations, but can have no real complaints there, Sam Moore. Ben Bradley fouled, which killed what could have been a really positive move for the visitors. Welch to take the resulting free kick in the middle of the Cambridge City half. As we get into those days of the year where the shadows are starting to get a little bit longer. We're not even at 4 p.m. We hurtle towards autumn. Dynamo trying to slow things down, or being told to slow things down, I suppose. Hardy Kozlik is, as he throws it back to the keeper who's charged down. And we're going to need a new ball in play. And Ganley getting absolutely ripped apart by his manager there. So it'll be 2 minutes of additional time. So Ganley to take the goal kick for Dynamo. He's unhappy manager as a Fosu able to get open a wide open header there. It is a bit blustery. I wonder if that's having more of an impact than we realise, as that's been sent around the corner for Battersby. Keeper's able to get there, just gathers on the second occasion. Like I said, it's a bit of a blustery day here just outside of Cambridge. A beautiful town of Histon. Cambridge City ground share with Histon here at Bridge Road Stadium. As Ali Conway heads that down the line. Ed Rolfe chasing in, does a bit of battle, and Ganley able to get that clear into the middle of the park. Bradley not able to properly bring it down. Fosu showing the skills on that first touch. Now he's looking to drive down the left. And it's going to go the way of City. Throw in as we're into the first of the 2 minutes. Time added on at the end of the first half. Mikey Davis to take the throw on this near side, the left. In for Battersby. Deep throw. Battersby keeps it alive. Oh, apparently he doesn't keep it alive. It will be a goal kick for Shepshed Dynamo. Final minute of the opening 45. Plus stoppages. And Dynamo be very happy to go in at half-time 1-1. Or will they? That's a long ball forward, won by Akabirin. Big slice. Ali Conway wins that header. Can Swinton get to it? He can't. It's been sent forward by Medrano. And that will do it. At the end of the first half, Cambridge City 1, Shepshed Dynamo 1. even enough first half. I think it can be fair to say it's been edged by the hosts, Cambridge City. The story of the half. Bradley Gothard forced off after just 2 minutes. A hamstring injury. He was replaced by Ollie Conway. Not exactly a like-for-like change. So a reshuffling, a restructuring from Robbie Nightingale was required. Daniel Akibuin moved over to centre-back. Ben Nolan dropped in at the right-back. And Ali Conway has been causing some serious issues on this left wing. He's been a really impressive interjection into this game. And then the real drama to talk about, Yora Fosu conceded a penalty in the 9th minute. If it was even that long. Ali Conway conceding the penalty. Sorry, Yora Fosu conceding the penalty. Calmly slotted away by Sam Moore. But just a couple of minutes later, Isaac Maynard puts in a beautiful cross to the back stick. Simon Swinton rises above everybody to put it in to the top corner. And that is us at half-time from the Bridge Road Stadium. Side 1-1, Cambridge City taking on Shepshed Dynamo. Just a quick look around the rest of the Northern Premier League Midlands division. Bedworth United, they've pulled one back. They trail at half-time 3-1 at home to Corby. Boldmere St Michael's 1, Dereham Town 0. Obviously from Bridge Road Stadium here. Cambridge City 1, Shepshed Dynamo 1. Gressley Rovers 2 up now over Sutton Coldfield Town. Harborough Town still lead Hinckley 1-0. Loughborough Dynamo still trailing at home to Coleshill Town. Spalding 1 up against Hales Owen Town. St Neots are now down 2-0 to Sporting Calcer, and Stamford have extended their lead to 2-0 over Demji Town. Most of those games in the 45th minute or even heading towards the half-time mark. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time for the second half here. Cambridge City 1, Shepshed Dynamo 1. A very warm welcome back into the Bridge Road Stadium here in Cambridge. We're about to get ready for the second half. Cambridge City 1, Shepshed Dynamo 1. As we are back underway, one change to report. Toby Ritzema is into the contest. He replaces Harley Kozlik. And it was Kozlik who, for quite a lot of the second half of that half, had his hands absolutely full with Ali Conway. As Yao Fosu, beautiful bit of defending to get it clear initially. As Akabuin does a bit of the clean-up work. Battersby lays it off. It's a big old slice, but it's come out well. Maynard, as Ritzema slips, as Conway can across. Right foot effort, that's been headed over for a City corner. Took a touch off Smith. All that action in just about 45 minutes of second half action. Lots of discussion up here in the press box about was it a penalty, was it not a penalty? As it's headed on goal and a shot on goal from one of the City players getting forward, as it is out of play. Goal kick has been given to the visitors. Cambridge City 1, Shepshed Dynamo 1. Cleared long down the field. That's a battling defensive performance, as always, from Yao Fosu. It's been switched over. Can get out of his feet, but he's able to get it to Medrano, whose first time cross shot, wherever it was, it's out of play. And City have the goal kick. Joe Welch for the first time in this second half. So Welch has assembled his players on this near side, the City right, as that's been flicked on. Isaac Maynard not able to get clear. Battersby though pulls it down. Squares it across to Davis. Davis just wide. Hit that. He hit that sweetly, and he hit that from exactly the same sort of area that he scored. Beautiful goal against Daventry in City's last home outing. That's out of play. Ali Conway. Feared he was going to go over the guardrail there, collecting that ball. As it is. All is well. Throwing down the line from Davis. Hooked on by Rolfe. And that's just been kept from going out for a corner. We need a new ball. As it's been sent straight out of play. So I think it is a City throw-in. And it will be a City throw. Halfway up. Deep in the final third. And it's going to be Davis. Davis trying to get across to it. He was shepherded out of play there by the new man in Ritzema. Throw down the line. Flick on header by Hakeem. Switched across. Nolan got a boot to it, but it's going to be Rizvidso. On the left wing, Rizvidso into the area. And that's a great covering challenge by Ben Nolan. Again, much more known for his work going forward, but he has been a fabulous defender so far in this one. It's going to be Dynamo. With the corner. Can be taken in by the goal scorer, Sam Moore. Right foot. Straight out of play. On the other side, it'll be Joe Welch to take the City goal kick. So another goal kick from Welch. And a little bit shorter than what they were aiming for. A brilliant header back. Has Moore in the area. Moore shapes. Oh my word! Great save by Joe Welch. Didn't look like there was much opportunity. He was double teamed. Got the shot away. And Welch able to palm it over. And that's going to be corner kick number 3 of the day for the visitors, who've started this second half well. There is a bit of a flatness around right now, as that's been headed away by Rolfe, only as far as King. Took a touch on the way through. Off the head of Nolan. T. McCrindle not needed to be brought into action, but we do need another ball, as that'll be another corner to the visitors. Corner onto the 6-yard box. That's been hooked clear by Ali Conway. Maynard battling with Rizvidso. Rizvidso wins on occasion. Gets over to Medrano. Medrano with the byline. Good whips in the ball. It's fallen in the area. And that's just over from Jake Betts. Had the goal, the whole goal to aim for. I think it was Yawa Fosu had hit the deck. But a centre-back in that sort of position, you'd have rathered somebody else. A let-off for City. It remains Cambridge City 1, Shepshed Dynamo 1. Joe Welch with the goal kick. That one did go, I was going to say, closer to where he wanted. Straight out of play for a throw. To be taken by Gia Medrano. Flat down the line. Brilliantly dealt with by Afosu. Smith sends it back. Nolan thought he had more room to send that. It's with Sam Moore on this near side. He gets into the area, cuts back onto his left, sends it to the centre, and that's been roofed. And it's 2-1. Zain Hakim gathered it well. Turn, swivel finish. Put it where Joe Welch was unable to get. And just like that, Shepshed Dynamo have regained their lead. Second half goal, 8 minutes into the second half. Zain Hakim makes it 2-1. So City, first, after their first time they conceded today, immediate response. This time they're back under pressure, and it's Rizvidso. Puts the ball in, out of play. Joe Welch thought about coming for it, tracked the flight of it, left it alone. And Dynamo unable to keep it in play. Maybe Joe Welch to take goal kick for City. After that goal, the visiting fans in attendance got a little bit more vocal. As Welch Sends a long ball forward towards this byline again. Rolf came off second best in that contest with Betts. Battersby not able to get to it. He was also beaten out by Ritz Zamer. Driving into the area is the goal scorer Hakeem. Has been chipped clear, and now long clearance from Battersby. Out of play off of the head of Smith. Who again, for me, has been a really important player for Shepshed Dynamo today. That's been sent forward to Swinton, who's got a touch on it. It's just trickled wide. And I've been singing his praises, Jordan Smith. Smith and Betts made a real meal of that. Swinton, the greatest of respect, should have been absolutely nowhere near that ball. He was still able to get there and asking questions. Long ball forward from Ganley. Hooked over his own shoulder by Davis. He's been able to keep in play. Not a Fosu. That's a fantastic challenge by Nolan. Making absolutely no mistakes there was with Rizvidso, and he's gotten by him. First time we've really seen him attack was Rizvidso with the foul on Nolan. And that has got a bit of life into these City fans. Cambridge City trail 1-2 against Dynamo Shepshed. Ben Nolan again didn't start the game at right back. Was forced there. That's one of the first real positive drives he's been able to have. Of course, he was also instrumental in the first goal. City have sent up a Fosu. They've kept back Akibuin. Expect Swinton, the goal scorer of the first glorious header, to go up for it as well. Ben Bradley over the ball for the free kick. Whipped into the area, looking for the back post, eludes everybody. Out of play. And as it is, it remains Dynamo Shepshed 2, Cambridge City 1. Shepshed looking to attack this City right side. They're looking to push Majorano, the left back, as high up the pitch as he can, as well with Rizvidso. Probably looking to double up on Nolan, and that's going to bring across Akibuin, who is very comfortable, obviously, at right back. So that's been a switch between him and Afosu. Looking to cover for any potential defensive deficiencies that Nolan might have. Again, said with the greatest of respects, the man is not a right back. And he's done a sterling job deputising so far today. So it's been taken down by Hakeem. It's with King. John King in the right forward position for Shepshed. And that's last touch. Jake Battersby will be a throw for the visitors. 13 minutes gone, second half. Cambridge City 1, Dynamo Shepshed 2. Here in the Pitching In Northern Premier League Midlands. Live commentary on Split Focus Sports. That's in the area. That's come off of the hand of Sam Moore, who again... Oh dear. Yawa Fosu. Looked like he could have been in some serious trouble there. As Sam Moore picked up the ball. Afosu went to go and dispossess him of it. And then Moore hit the deck. As a foul's been called against Isaac Maynard for a challenge on Jordan Smith on that ball forward. And again, another opportunity for the visitors to gain some territory. As Betts is in conversation with somebody. I think it might be the official on this near side. That's been chested down by Hakeem. Link up play with King. Gets it back inside the area. Tries to find more. Does. And that's been sent all the way back to the middle of the park for Dynamo. Hakeem looking to send somebody on a forward run. Ed Rolfe able to win that header. Nolan takes it down. Chips it over the top. Betts is equal to it. Now there's a bit more tempo in the game as Snedden is forced to send it back. Afosu heads it on. Nolan has a bit of room. Man on him. 2 men on him. No foul called against Rizvidzo. As Snedden dinks it down the line. Afosu, unconvincing clearance that time. Did just enough. That's been switched over to the right side. Hakeem in the area. Not able to bring that ball down from Moore. Sent down the line to King. Into the area as Afosu easily dispossesses. But again, a bit of a tame ball out. Snedden brings it down. Rizvidzo looking for a bit of link-up play. That's come off Ali Conway. Throwing for the visitors on this near side, the left. As it's starting to cloud over, starting to get a little bit cooler. The temperature on the pitch certainly rising. There's Medrano. Long throw into the area. Afosu makes absolutely no mistake there. Great header out to Battersby. What can he do? It's under pressure, Battersby. Finally drops it off to Davis. Davis sends it down the line to Rolfe. Rolfe got a real shiv in the back there from the defender Smith. And he's onside. Moore, if he can keep it in. He just about keeps it in. Sam Moore. Shot on goal. Welch fumbled it the first time. Gathered it the second. It's a dangerous moment there from Shepshed. Shot on goal that time from John King. And then Snedden heads out of play. Long ball sent forward for Maynard, who does control under pressure from Betts. Sent towards the touchline. Out of play for a Shepshed Dynamo throw. And I think we are gonna see a change for City, as they've been a little bit under the pump last couple of minutes. We're going to see the introduction of Connor Barnes. Be interested to see who he comes in for. The young forward. And he's coming on for Ben Bradley. So that's Ben Bradley's day done. On for him is Connor Barnes. Be interested to see the change in shape for City. I suspect we're going to see Simon Swinton dropping deeper into the role occupied by normally Bridges. And today, Swinton, as Nolan gets a chance, driving into the area. Ben Nolan tries to send a ball through to Rolfe. Nobody gets to it, and it just runs through to Ganley. A couple of the City players who are not in today's matchday squad around us in the commentary position, begging somebody to shoot it. As Hakeem's done well there for Dynamo. It's with King on the right flank. Gets a ball into the area, headed away by Afosu. Cleared forward, aiming for Barnes. Barnes able to bring it down. Can he drive? That's a really good recovery tackle, actually, from James Snedden. As the Shepshed faithful urging their players to keep it on the floor. Barnes loses out on that one. And City have it's definitely a very attacking move, replacing Bradley with Barnes, with Maynard and Swinton as a slightly deeper line 2 in midfield. Davis sends it all the way back to Joe Welch. Welch more than happy to receive that pass, as there was nothing more positive upfield. That's sent long. It's looking for Rolfe. Rolfe flicks it on. Ali Conway not able to get to it, but it is Cambridge City ball. They throw in this right forward position. Going to be taken by Nolan. Heading into the box is Conway. Played short to Barnes. Receives it back, Nolan. Out of play. And it's going to be another throw for Cambridge City. Maynard a little too static for the City bench. But City win a corner on this near side, the right. Put to the back of the area. Barnes gets a head on it. Not able to do much with it. Out of play for a for a Shepshed goal kick, as the rain has joined us for the first time in a good while. As we, like I say, autumn is fully upon us. Will that have any sort of impact on this one? That's gone out of play for a Shepshed throw, halfway in the City half. And we are halfway through the second half, 22 minutes gone. Cambridge City 1, Shepshed Dynamo 2. Turn and finish from Zain Hakim. The difference between the sides after Sam Moore's penalty was cancelled out by a fabulous header at the back post from Simon Swinton. And it is Dynamo looking to build. It's with Risvidzo, and he was fouled by Ali Conway. Ali Conway has been called over by Lauren Impney. And again, we've seen her a couple of times here at Bridge Road. She's no stranger to Ali Conway and no stranger to giving him a yellow card. Conway receives a booking for his foul on Sean Risvidzo. And it'll be a free kick taken by James Snedden. As it's starting to really boot it down here now at Bridge Road Stadium. A beautiful sunny day. It's falling to rain as Risvidzo into the area. And that's out of play for a goal kick. More good covering, defending from Ben Nolan. Forcing a mistake from the tricky winger. As the uncovered areas here at Bridge Road Stadium are vacated by the fans. Seeking shelter as Risvidzo challenged. Ball sent down the line by Snedden. Welch has had a massive let-off there because he's just handled the ball outside of his area. And the first thing Lauren Impney did was look down the line at the assistant referee. Flag was up for offside. Otherwise, we would have seen a red card for the City keeper. Absolutely no question about it. And I don't think Welch knew much about it either, as Nolan has been fouled by Sean Risvidzo. And Tima Crindle called on to assessed the situation of Ben Nolan. He took a bit of an elbow to the head, I think, is the call. And that is why Rizzo has been penalised. As the attendance has just been announced at 167 people enjoying the Northern Premier League Midlands clash in the Pitch and In NPL between Cambridge City and Dynamo Shepshed. So Nolan has not been allowed to regain play. Now he is, as Davis's ball punched clear by Ganley. Maynard goes to ground, and City come away with the ball. And they've got it coming together on the floor between Maynard and Snedden. I think that's Niall Prenderville. No further action. In fact, it's Sam Moore who he's been in these battles, these coming together all afternoon. As that's been hit low into the area. Big clattering collision. Ball's out for a corner for City. As Bradley Ganley came a long way. Smashed into his defender and also smashed into Ed Rolfe. So bodies going everywhere. So the wind's picking up. Rain is falling. And City are pushing, pressing for an equaliser. They've got under 20 minutes to find one. Cambridge City 1, Shepshed Dynamo 2. Left-footed ball in, headed clear by Medrano. Maynard sends it out to the flank. It's with Mikey Davis. Davis sends it again to Maynard. Maynard, first time ball. High, challenging, searching. Hit across the face of goal and cleared by Medrano. As a Shepshed Dynamo defender is down. That looks like it's Jake Betts. As the rain continues to fall. So Mikey Davis to take the throw near side. Right for City, headed high and out the area by Medrano. That's going to be picked up by Davis. What options does he have? Tries to link up with Ali Conway. Conway tries to send the ball back in. Medrano is there, equal to it. And Sam Moore has it. Maynard getting a talking to from Lauren Impney. Again, very much a no-nonsense ref. So it's been taken down by Nolan. Sent it out to Conway. Sent down the line to Swinton. And that's a goal kick. He was ushered out to play convincingly there by Prenderville. What's that? Cambridge City still searching for that equaliser. 28 minutes gone in this second half. Long ball played forward by Ganley. Into the middle of the park. Headed by Yao Fosu. Out of play. It's going to be a throw to be taken by Toby Ritzema. Just inside their own half. On the far side, the right. And taken down by Hakeem. Linked up with Snedden. Point intervention there by Yao Fosu. And a foul. In fact, that's going to be his day done. Medrano. What I like to call... Well, Medrano's just been shown a yellow. And I thought he was given a yellow earlier. Apparently not. That is his first yellow of the game. So I need to double check who got that first yellow. Into the area, Ali Conway not able to reach it, and it's a corner kick, goal kick for the visitors. As one of the visiting defenders is down. The yellow card in the first half, it was to Harley Kozluk, who in that case can possibly count himself a little fortunate to have stayed in the game, as Ali Conway is getting patched up a little bit after his foul. He's been bandaged up as he's had his arm cut. And Lauren Impney correctly enforcing the rule. Ali Conway received treatment, and he therefore has to go off the side of the pitch, as did James Snedden. And both players have been recalled to play. Ed Rolfe does really well there in the middle of the park, but too heavy from Barnes. Ali Conway's through, and Snedden was there. The recovery challenge. It's a corner kick to Cambridge City. Conway took the gamble. He had Snedden with him every step of the way. City running to turn it up, knock on the door. Again, my apologies for getting a little bit overexcited about that yellow card earlier. As it's nobody comes to meet it for Dynamo. It's allowed to bounce in the area. Barnes tries to get there, and that's been hooked clear over halfway. As again, it's rain, driving rain. As Shepshed Dynamo digging deep. A little bit of a let-off there. There's City. Still not able to find that cutting edge to really make the difference right now. Thrown on the far side. The ball slipped out of his hand. Really loopy throw. Plays allowed to be continue though, as Hakeem tried to send through Rizzo. Nolan driving through. Pulled back and challenged. So pull back and a foul. And now are coming together between Swinton and Betts. And it is all going off. Betts is down, holding his face. Isaac Maynard just got a real good two-handed shove from someone, as Swinton is being held back by his captain, Afosu. And there's been a little bit of needle in this one, as Impney goes over to consult with one of her assistants. It'll be interesting to see what the call is. And Betts is receiving medical attention as more shoving is occurring in the driving rain here, the first day of October. Joe Welch is up with the fray, whilst Medrano is just getting some instruction from his sidelines. Now Ganley is into things. Now we will see what decisions come from this, as Betts is still down, receiving treatment to his head. Be interesting again to see what the officials have seen. Only one official, the far side left official, has been called for conversation. The near side official not required. I don't think they're wearing headsets today, so now Impney is calling over Simon Swinton. She's gone to the back pocket. We think we know what's coming. It's a red card. Simon Swinton's day is done. Red card for Swinton. And I think Sam Moore has gone as well. Wait to see. So it's definitely been a second red. So Sam Moore also sent off as confusion reigns. So Sam Moore pleading innocence to his manager, and he's headed down the tunnel. Simon Swinton makes none of that same attempt, and he goes straight down the tunnel as the final change for City is about to be made. We'll see what other justice is dealt out. Yellow card on for Jake Betts for his role in it. In fact, that might have been to... Well, we're guessing it's to Jake Betts. That would make the most sense because he was involved in the fracas. I'm not too sure if Hakeem, whose initial foul started all this, is also being assessed. So City making a final substitution, and it's Battersby to be replaced by, well, that says 12, it should say 15. Tommy Rigby into the game for Battersby. And Sean Rizvitso replaced by Messiah McDonald for the visitors. So after the dust has settled and the rain has relented somewhat, both sides down to 10 men, both sides making substitutions. And in the end, it still remains a Cambridge City free kick midway into Shepshed Dynamo territory. It's going to be taken by Mikey Davis. Davis angling for Ed Rolfe. That's been headed away by Betts. Picked up by Akabuin. Nolan had too much on that pass for Nolan to deal with. And now it's McDonald for the first time on this left side. Dropped it back to Medrano. Medrano sends a long ball to the right side. Switching the play. It's Hakeem, who I don't think got a card in all of that fracas. As it's a penalty, Maynard dove in on Snedden. It looked like the ball was won initially, and then Snedden was collected in the aftermath. And Maynard is picked up a yellow. So Maynard booked for the second time this afternoon. Shepshed Dynamo have a penalty, and with somewhere in the region of 7 minutes plus a lot of stoppages, that could be it for City. Or could it? Joe Welch stands in his goal. It's going to be Snedden. He won it. He will take Sam Moore, of course, the goal scorer of the first penalty, sent off just a couple of minutes ago in that scuffle. So Welch reminded of the rules. Joe Welch still arguing that it wasn't actually a penalty. But he has a job to do, and he doesn't want to get himself carded. Impney getting herself set in position. So it's Joe Welch against James Snedden. Everybody being reminded of the role. Snedden. The whistle goes. Takes his time. Now he starts to run up. And that was a commanding penalty. You can hear from the Dynamo fans exactly what happens as he slides in celebration in the corner. Well taken, right-footed, hard to the corner. Welch goes the correct way, dove to his right. He wasn't able to catch up to it. And as it is, Cambridge City now trail 3-1. As James Snedden slots home the penalty in the 85th minute. City, well, both sides down to 10 men. City with a bit of a mountain to climb. And they will feel sorely mistreated in this one. 2 penalties after the injury to Gothard. Davis tries to send a flat ball forward. Aiming for Maynard, I think it was. Still a bit of needle in this one. A lot of needle, I dare say. Betts and Rolfe come together. It's with Conway. Snedden looking to buy a free kick. Impney tells me we've got the ball. Rolfe and Madano have their hands full of one another. Ganley has it in his hands. The Shepshed stopper slips on his clearing kick. That's been headed back by Yaofosu to the right touchline. It will be a Shepshed throw. Halfway in their own half on this near side, the Shepshed left. They're going to take they're going to make a substitution right now. Jaden Fridger Harper is going to come into the game. We'll see who he is replacing. He is replacing the scorer of the 3rd goal. He is on for James Snedden. So that is his day done. Jadna Frieda Harper into the game. Throw on the left. Headed down by Nolans. Gated by him though. Picked up by McDonald. Tried to clip it around the corner. Clever ball. Collected by Joe Welch. Still 3 or so minutes of normal time. Plus a significant amount of stoppages, one would imagine. As Ali Conway tries to flick that forward. That's out of play. Onto the roof. Will it come back down? As it is, Nolan collects a new ball on the right wing. His throw a little bit short, but Maynard tries to pick it up in the midfield. As that's been hooked well out of play. A throw on this right side, halfway in. Shepshed half. Taken quickly by Afosu. Joe Welch has it. Sent towards Connor Barnes. Headed away by Smith. How big has he been today? That's been sent forward again. As Afosu fouled by McDonald. Had a forearm across his jaw, did Yao Afosu. 2 minutes of the 90 remaining. As the rain looks like it's finally stopped here at the Bridge Road Stadium. Akiboon sends it to Davis. Davis puts it into the area. Bonds! Just wide with the head. And that'll be a goal kick for the visitors. We're still within the 90, just about. As Brandon Ganley been urged to slow things down by the Shepshed faithful. I'm sure he needs absolutely no encouragement to do that. Clearing ball downfield. Fosu loses out on that one. McDonald keeps it in. Tries to break the forward line. Maynard goes to ground again. This time wins the ball. And he'll run through to Ganley just in his own area. More good shielding by the centre-backs of Shepshed Dynamo. Joe Welch gathers. Quick out ball to Davis. Davis. That's going to be picked up easily by John King. Puts his foot on the ball. Now he drives forward. McDonald. Hakeem. Under pressure, being urged to keep hold of the ball. That's been turned over. Davis. Maynard. Oh, that's a big challenge. He's come from a very long way. Sliding in on Isaac Maynard. So Maynard, Tia McCrindle straight onto the pitch. Maynard is going to need some treatment, and we'll see what the call is for Prenderville. Bare minimum yellow card. And again, he came from a very long way. Again, more, and it is a yellow card, as more conversation between the benches, as the Shepshed Dynamo, apologies if there's any spicy language, it's starting to boil over here, as Damien Pickford Crayley having some words with the City bench. 6 minutes added time. Feels a bit feels a bit under-generous, to be honest. All the time it feels like we've lost. As Davis sends that forward to the edge of the 18-yard box. That looks like it's come off Medrano's arm. Nothing given. It's a throw into City on this near side, the right. Conway. Look to send it long. As one of the Dynamo players, he's picked up a knock. I think that is John King. As Davis's ball straight out of play. And King struggling with his right knee, right leg. Lost his footing, came down hard on that knee. And Ganley, again, is going to be under no rush to take this goal kick. Sends it to this near side. Hakeem trying to get distance separation from Ofosu. Did. And now it's with King. Shoots. And it's a goal from outside the area. Joe Welch beaten. And there's no problem with John King's knee. And the Shepshed Dynamo coach straight away celebrating at the Cambridge bench once again. And that's Cambridge City 1, Shepshed Dynamo 4. And if you just say that scoreline to somebody, it's going to sound like it was a one-sided affair. It was an absolute drubbing. Not a bit of it. This has been, for the most part, a very even game of football. But some of the finishing from Shepshed Dynamo has been, you've got to say, really quality. That finish there from John King. And a little bit of the luck has gone their way as well. 2 penalties, an early injury to Gothard, starting centre-back for City. And City team, of course, without Taylor Parr at the moment as well. Bowen sends it long. Still within that 6 minutes time added on. We've still got another 3 minutes. What could happen? Well, nothing with that pass from Maynard. As Maynard puts in a challenge. Lost his footing on this very slick surface now. Off McDonald as the sun is back out and long shadows across the field. Davis trying to switch it out to this right side. It's Conway. Conway clips it into the area. Misses everybody. and runs across to the right back. That's been cleared down the field, stayed in. That's actually a great ball by Fridja Harper. Sent back by Davis. Ed Rolfe gets a touch on it, as that's going to be a free kick to Shepshed Dynamo. Ed Rolfe adjudged to have brought down Joe Medrano. Final couple of minutes, and they make it about 2 minutes of the added time. Of course, we have had a goal in that added time. Aiming for McDonald. Afosu deals with it, only as far as King. That's going to be with Mikey Davis. Davis takes a touch and tries to send it out to Barnes. Barnes, who got just shoved over. No call. Now Connor Barnes. It's with Rigby. Tries to find Ali Conway in the area. Just played behind him. Afosu. Unconvincing pull down. And that's going to do it. The referee calls time a little bit early. Cambridge City have fallen 4-1 to Shepshed Dynamo. But that score absolutely does not tell the full story of this game. Not even a bit of it. As there's still a little bit of afters. We've had our own Conte Tuchel moment and on sidelines. Not Robbie Nightingale, I hasten to add. One of his assistants has been on the receiving end of a bit of verbal from the Shepshed Dynamo bench. So obviously we know the story from the first half. We were tied at 1 after that Sam Moore penalty, after Yao Fosu judged to have made a foul. Simon Swinton, beautiful header. A couple of minutes later, got us tied up 1 apiece. Then Zain Hakim got a bit too much space in the area, able to swivel, turn, shoot, lifted a shot high into the back of the net where Joe Welch was not able to get to it. After that, both sides took turns in having some spells of dominance, trying to make the difference. And then as Nolan driving through the centre, he was dragged back, fouled by Hakim. That's when it all properly kicked off. Betts got into it with Simon Swinton. Swinton sent off. Betts stayed on the deck. As the Dynamo Shepshed head coach is taking the adulation of the home fans behind the goal. Simon Swinton, straight red card, as was Sam Moore for his role in the fracas, which is why we had so much added time at the end of the game. Isaac Maynard dove in on a challenge on James Snedden in the area. It looked like he'd won the ball, but after the ball was gone, maybe collected the man. Snedden went down, penalty awarded, and that was game done. 3-1. Very well taken penalty. Low to the keeper's right. Joe Welch dove the right way, but he was never catching up to it. And then the icing on the cake for Shepshed Dynamo, it was John King, who'd been ailing with a knee injury just moments before. Gets space on the edge of the 18-yard box, takes the shot on goal. Again, low to Joe Welch's left-hand side. And that is the final score from Cambridge. Cambridge City 1, Shepshed Dynamo 4. Again, one of those games where the scoreline doesn't even begin to tell half of the story. We'll be back in a couple of weeks' time. Until then, Shepshed Dynamo, they are at home to Stamford on Tuesday. So Shepshed fans, you can go and enjoy that. Cambridge City, their next game, they're away at Sporting Calcer. That is 3 p.m. kickoff next Saturday. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Split Focus Sports YouTube channel for live coverage of the Pitching Northern Premier League Midlands clash between Cambridge City and Dynamo Shepshed. Today for City, it wasn't to be, as they fall 4-1 to Shepshed Dynamo. Final score, Shepshed Dynamo 4, Cambridge City 1.